I grew up in Canberra, Australia. Went to school there. Growing up, I used to ride motorbikes with my cousins and my friends. So we used to live on the outskirts of the city. So there's plenty of hills and bushland, so we couldn't really get into much trouble up there. I remember my father, he used to work in hotels, and I'd come and help him when I was young, maybe 5 or 6. And he said something to me then that I realised more later in life. He told me, always look after your feet. And I still think about that today. I knew I wanted to get into fitness from a very young age. My dad, he got me into football, Australian football, when I was 10. And I turned out to be pretty good. So by the time I was 12, I started playing representative football, and then 15, 16, 17, 18, all the way through my teens. And I just knew, you know, I had plenty of jobs and done different things, but I knew that wasn't for me. I knew that I should do more, I needed to do more. And then coming to Abu Dhabi was just, you know, it was the right move, it was the right door, and it opened up this amazing opportunity. When I first moved here, I met an English fellow in one of the hotels I was working here. His name was David, and he was a dance choreographer. I told him what my background was, that I did boxing and Muay Thai in Australia. And he said, oh, why don't you come and, you know, and rent or use a studio where I do dance classes. And just that conversation took me to where I am today. You know, so if that didn't happen, maybe I wouldn't have stayed here. I loved it, I love it. But that opportunity I wouldn't have got anywhere else, you know, so that's just, it was the right person at the right time, which I'm very, very lucky for. The pleasure or the enjoyment I get out of what I do is to see people's lives change. A lot of people come in, you know, heavily overweight, and they stick at it, and we support them. I support them, you know, give them nutrition, give them the right training tips. And I love it when they come back and tell me, man, I lost 20 kilos, or I've lost this much weight, or I've gained this much muscle. And, you know, taking people from amateur level fighters to professional level, you know, getting them titles, international titles. It's, you know, they've won the title, but it feels like, you know, I helped in their journey to get them there, and that's a life-changing experience for them. And, you know, nothing greater for me, you know, it's amazing. Living here for me is home. This is home. I've been here since 2007. I haven't been back to Australia since 2010. And whenever I go on vacation or travel somewhere, when I get on the plane to come back to Abu Dhabi, it feels like I'm going home. Like this is it for me. Very, very happy here. It also gave me the opportunity to meet my beautiful wife. I'm very, very grateful for that. It's amazing. If I was to leave the UAE, there's many things I'd take. The experiences, you know, meeting different cultures. It's so multicultural here. You know, the experience of setting up a business, it's another world compared to where I'm from. And just life experience. You grow so much from travel, and I've grown so much living here. I've been introduced to Emirati society, culture. Where I work and where I spend most of my time is very multicultural. And we do have a lot of Emiratis coming in, which is fantastic, and that's growing every day. And a lot of close friends of mine are Emirati. I learn bits and pieces. I really like their culture and the way they do things. I got myself a kondura, so I like to wear that around every now and then. It's cool. Home away from home doesn't really apply to me, living here, because this is my home. When I'm somewhere else, I'm away from home. I see me and my wife, you know, staying here for a long period. You know, I don't see us leaving at any stage. We both want to raise a family here. You know, we've got ourselves an apartment. You know, we're settled. There's no reason for us to leave. You know, and if one day we decide we do, you know, it'll be retirement. It'll be long into the future. So to sum up my time here so far has been nothing but perfection. I was a little intimidated leaving Australia, coming to this part of the world because I'd never been here before. I didn't know too much about the culture, but arriving here, that changed very quickly. Emirati people are very warm and welcoming. It's an amazing, growing city. Everyone's friendly. There's people from all over the world. There's so many different communities to be involved in. That I'm involved in several. I would be nowhere else in the world but here.